Utah Utes, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Oklahoma's offense will go on the attack first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl trip. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. And the Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So the Utah Utes offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Quarterback will keep it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Utes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The offense changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Shoots it to the left. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. All right, guys, let's take a beat here and think about Utah. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D-lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line.
He's going for it all. Got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Utes.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be calling on to protect this lead. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Catch in the middle. It's Kent. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're up to the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Burks. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
Quickly complete. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
The Sooners will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes the catch at the 10. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Caught behind the line. It's Parker.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. A designed run for the quarterback. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, looking to pass. Extending the play. He'll pull it down. Still on his feet at the 40. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Defense has it, they're on the move.
You had the first down. You had it in your grasp. All you got to do is take care of the football, secure the football. You're trying to do everything you can to reach for it, scratch for it, claw for it, and then secure it. Don't lose it. Don't put it on the ground. Bad job by the offense securing the football.
Finds a man on the right. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
It's a really nice job making the play. And you think about all the success they've had with Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray in recent years. But a big reason why those guys had success was they had big-time players on the perimeter getting open and making plays, too. It wasn't just all the quarterback position. They brought in some big-time recruits from high school at the receiver spot. This guy is no different. He has a chance to be the next great Sooner receiver.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Dumps it to the back. Grab near the marker, it's Ott. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Finding open areas. And they get him down. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. just taking me, and this drive will start at the 25. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. On the move. Almost got to the sticks on third down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know, the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Utes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Using the quick game. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Utes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Quarterback making adjustments. From the red zone, looking for a man. Caught in the backfield, it's Parker. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Wants to fire on second down. Finds his target down the middle. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The Utes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Utah! You want to keep your that's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Here comes the heat. Snagged in the middle. It's Kent. Got it across the 35 to the 36, but the defense knew that line to defend, and they force a 4th down. And the Sooners will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Now on the move. Gets it past the marker. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They want to run this quarterback. And that's a live ball. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. On target to the left. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
This is a designed run. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Wants to throw. It's Dampier. Hauls it in. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Grabbed behind the line. It's Parker. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down, get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Calls his own number. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's fourth down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Utes line up to punt it away. Oh, the ball's out on the return. Touchdown, Utes! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, that one obviously not how you draw it up. It didn't start off great. Bad ball security. Ball ends up on the floor. But how about Johnny on the spot being there to not just scoop it up, but then shows you the wheels and takes it all the way to the house. An explosive play touchdown. You may never see one like that again.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Gonna run it. It's hot. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, talk about an edge of your seat type first half. This Gasparilla Bowl has lived up to expectations. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Gasparilla Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with a foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, you just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree. And if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program, what classes were taken in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game, punctuating this season. I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Dampier. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Grabbed over the middle, it's Bentley. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Utes have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Parker. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
On the move. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He wants to change this route. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. Using his feet. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, on that fourth down, if they don't get it, the head coach is at the podium after the game with some explaining to do. That's not the situation. You're expecting them to run the football, but the gamble pays off.
And the Utes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Power football with the run. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Gonna run it. It's Rodgers. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now. With a nice lead here late in the third quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
You know this defense was practicing and game planning for this guy in particular. They knew with his speed at receiver, not only would he be catching the football, but they were going to get him involved in the run game as well. That defense looked ready for that play.
He'll take it himself. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Utes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Back to throw. It's Dampier. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And this will be a 41-yarder. They got it. It's blocked. He's going to scoop it up.
And they had been practicing this all week long. They saw something on film that made them think they could overload them on the right-hand side, and they were able to get back there to block that kick.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Out out of the gun to give to the back. Makes a man miss. Got the first down and still on his feet. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. So the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Nice move there. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Going for it all. Touchdown Sooners! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
I don't know what play they called, but I would call it again because the defense had no idea what was going on. Receiver comes wide open, catches the football, and gets the easy touchdown.
They're going to go ahead and go for two here and try to make it a field goal game. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. He gets it in for the two-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Might be changing the route. To the air on first down. Puts it out of the air. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards. And the Utes in a good spot here with second and short. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. On the ground, it's Rodgers. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
The Utes are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Utes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quarterback keeper across the 25. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Utes with the 1st and 10. Running the red zone, it's Rodgers. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They give it to him again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Utah! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
I know you want to take what the defense gives you, but at this point, you have to push the ball downfield a little more, David.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Check the football down. That's what they're going to give you, but we need scores. Down multiple scores, got to push the ball down the field, take more chances.
Wide open downfield. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Rushes on him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab past the marker. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Ott. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Ott. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Kent. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Just keeps slinging it. Caught near the sticks. It's Burks. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo. From the red zone, looking for a space. Caught over the middle. It's Burks. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun. Give on the inside. Touchdown, Oklahoma! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. Off the play fake on first down. Close to the marker, it's Gibson. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. To the air, it's Mateer. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. I don't think the pressure's going to get to these guys. This is when it's fun. Late in the game, down one score. Got to have it right now. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The run from the shotgun. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. How about this defense slamming the door shut with a fumble recovery, and the offense should be able to run out the clock from here. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for